Hello family, friends, fans and other wonders, and welcome to my review of Sinners. Sinners is written and directed by Ryan Coogler and stars Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, Delroy Lindo and Miles Canton, and has a runtime of 2 hours and 18 minutes. Set in Mississippi in 1932, Michael B. Jordan plays dual roles as twin brothers, Smoke and Stack, as they return to Clarksdale, Mississippi to open their own juke joint, which is kind of like a club or a pub. The film follows them as they arrange for supplies to be delivered, as well as for musicians to play at the opening night. And it is during the opening night that we're introduced to the supernatural element that will run throughout the rest of the film. My thoughts on Sinners is that Sinners is definitely a must-see in the movie theatre. Ryan Coogler has knocked it out of the park with his writing and direction, and his continued partnership with Michael B. Jordan has brought about another fantastic feature film that I do recommend that you go and check out in the theatres. Beautiful cinematography and fantastic music by Ludwig Göransson. The film definitely elevates itself with the music playing sort of that background character, helping to bring a bit of edge to the film. All of the actors and actresses perform wonderfully throughout the entire film. The cinematics and the visual effects are fantastic throughout the film. Was I entertained? Absolutely. Sinners was a fantastic film. Out of a score of 5 on an entertainment scale, I'd give Sinners a 4.5. The reason why I wouldn't give it a 5 is just there were a couple of scenes that sort of took me out of the atmosphere just for a brief second or two. And the only other complaint that I really had was you do sort of feel like at a certain point that you have watched the beginning of one movie but then transitioned to another film. That's just simply because of how good the first sort of quarter, the first sort of third of the film is, watching the brothers interact with the characters in their environments and bringing together this juke joint idea, this club idea, and you sort of got this sort of gangster feeling in the background as well, and you're sort of wanting to see the story continue. It's that transition over into that supernatural element where something happens and you're like, oh yeah, I completely forgot that this supernatural element occurs during the film, and it's from that point on that you sort of get that second film. Was there a mid-credit or post-credit scene? Yes, there are both. There is a mid-credit scene that runs for 7 to 10 minutes and is sort of a continuation of the end of the story. So it actually does add to the overall theatrical experience and the story continuing, of course. And I believe that it was really good accompaniment to sort of put it in there. So at least we sort of have that epilogue at the end of the film. There is also a post-credit scene, which is beautiful to watch and listen to. Does it add a lot to the story? Not so much to the story itself. I do 100% tell you to sit there and watch the mid-credit scene, absolutely. The final credit scene, as much as I enjoyed it, if it's one of those things where you need to go to the bathroom or your free parking is about to run out, you probably can give it a miss. But it definitely is something that I would recommend either going back to watch it again at the theater and catching it, or watching it on streaming or physical media once it comes out and becomes available. My overall score for Sinners is a 9 out of 10. As I said, there were a couple of moments where I was just sort of taken out of the atmosphere of the film, whether it just be the particular scene or the transition of the scene. Just sort of took me out of it momentarily. I cannot recommend going to see Sinners more. It's an absolute wonderful film to go and watch. Again, I believe that this being an original idea from Ryan Coogler was a fantastic film, and I believe that looking at whatever he has coming next, he sort of is up there with those directors that we sort of are anticipating what their next film is going to be, what their next story is, along with a Christopher Nolan or a Denis Villeneuve, that we're thoroughly awaiting their next project, and we can't wait to go back to the cinema and see it again. Thank you for watching my review of Sinners. My name is Jesse, the other wonder from Down Under, and please remember to click that like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos, and remember to be the wonder.